Hey, what's up, y'all? What's poppin'? It's D. About to react to this vid by African Poppy. This is PrettyBoyFredo's biggest mistake, what not to do on YouTube. Damn. It's so crazy because I remember PrettyBoyFredo was on top. I feel like he really paved the way for a lot of other YouTubers to follow in his footsteps, and a lot of them did. He really was that dude, you know, back in the day. So it's crazy how hard he's fallen from grace. But let's see what went wrong and what happened. Let's watch.
Would you have expected this man with nearly 8 million subscribers to lie, cheat, fake, scam, or groom? Well, this is a story about how I got scammed, lied to, and cheated on by PrettyBoyFredo.
Cheated on? The fuck going on here?
Cheated on sounds crazy.
It does.
Basically, he scammed me out of a lot of money and fabricated a lot of things. Currently, Fredo is doing false copyright strikes on people's videos, taking people's videos down, and trying to pursue court cases about the truth that we're speaking. So I would gladly appreciate it if you shared this video to many people out there so we can get the truth out there.
And he can get his channel deleted for doing that. I already made a video talking about that when somebody tried to come to me.
We're going to go into detail right now. Let's go. If one person makes an exposed video about you, then it's an anomaly. If 3 people close to you make an exposed video about you, then maybe it was a character flaw, maybe something just bad happened, maybe it was an Ibiza trip, I don't know. But if 10 people all are making exposed videos about you, then my friend, it's you that's the problem. And that's what was going on with me. You see, initially I wasn't going to make this video. I thought what happened to me was my issue, it was my problem, and I thought I was the only one. But when multiple people currently working with Fredo started coming out and telling me that they're experiencing the same exact things, that's when I realized who Fredo really was.
Reality
I started
show
working with Fredo around August of 2021, and initially I didn't know really who he was. The most I ever saw of him was years back on these viral videos, one being the marriage proposal prank, another one being underwater PS4. Other than that, I didn't actually know who he was. I didn't know anything about him. And our initial relationship was amazing. It was great. Eventually, Fredo would send over a video over to me, and me and my team would edit the video and make sure it looks beautiful and great. And we got very close, almost like brothers, every single day talking. And obviously, to better understand...
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. My bad.
It was great. Eventually, Fredo would send over a video over to search his name. Every single day talking. And obviously, to better understand Fredo's videos, I'll have to search his name up and see his past videos and try to find a way we can create the best type of videos for Fredo. And every time I would do this, I would always notice these exposed videos every time I searched up his name. And I just thought that was very weird. And sometimes my curiosity would get to me and I would watch the videos and I would find them very strange that this nice, intelligent person that has become my friend is just being exposed like that. And they're saying some really strange things. I always found it very weird. But I just kept it in the back of my head. Maybe it's just celebrity and everybody just talks about other people. But things started to get really weird when I noticed something strange. One time I was watching a Nico Amalana video called Dating Girls in Front of Their Dads. And I thought this video was a pretty well done video. And I sent this video to Fredo. I'm like, yo, Fredo, I can envision you doing this type of prank. You should go ahead and try it. Now, in the Nico Amalana video, he explains how this video took months and months of planning. I told this to Fredo, I was like, man, I like the edit. I like the way the video was. Man, I'm gonna do this. 72 hours later, Fredo already got the girl. He got the dad. He already created the video. He got 2 different parts done. And I'm just thinking, I know he has no manager, he has no system around him, he just has me as an editor. So like for him to be able to find the dad, the daughter, and everybody so fast, I'm like astonished almost. I just found these things a bit weird, but I put it in the back of my head. Then Fredo was doing a gold digger prank, and you'll notice this video doesn't exist on his channel anymore. You'll notice a lot of videos get taken down for some strange reasons. But in the video, I saw Fredo and the girl close to each other, and I heard the cameraman say 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm just thinking like, whoa, what's going on here? I go again to listen just to make sure like, how can the cameraman speak that loudly? Like the prank is gonna get exposed. Like, so I go a bit closer just to hear it again. And I hear from the cameraman, 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm like, oh, Fredo finishes videos. Now, you must be saying, as an editor, you should know if the videos are fake, right? Well, Fredo doesn't send raw footage. But Fredo always does the raw footage cutting, like every single time. I remember one time I asked him, relax, we can edit for you, we can cut down the footage. He's like, nah, nobody can do it like me. I just kept that at the back of my mind, but now I'm like, oh, he made a mistake and left this out. This video's fake. here's my thing with fake videos. If you're gonna fake a video or make a skit, then at least give the audience an awareness that the videos aren't real. Like SMP with Tommy Gannon and Dream. It's an orchestrated, planned out video with a little room.
Well, sorry, I don't say nobody, but a lot of people don't.
Not real. But making fake content and then acting like everything's real and you're the authentic, you're the rock star, you're the guy. Like, what happens when everybody finds out it's fake? What happens? A person's watching you for 5 years. They realize everything that they've been watching was all fake. Now, if this was Netflix, it makes sense. But brother, this is YouTube. YouTube is about being authentic. YouTube is about being real. This is
I don't agree with that.
Era. And I understand why he wants to do it because it's cost effective. Paying 2 girls.
I think it becomes an issue when you're faking videos where you're doing charitable acts, because I do recall people talking about those videos being fake. I feel like that's trifling. To pretend that you're giving money to families in need and homeless people, but they're really paid actors or they're your homies, I think that's really trifling. But those fucking gold digger prank, all those fucking videos is fake. Couples pranks, those shits is fake. So it's like, okay, those are fake and that's expected. But when you're doing the other shit, I don't agree with that.
$150 to come down and film that video that takes 2 hours instead of doing the real thing that might take 3 days to a week to do. I get it, but that's not how YouTube should work. And I really tried to nail this down on it. And eventually, it actually worked. You notice there was a period of time where Fredo was actually making real content. And he was actually getting more views. But the second I left, he started making his videos again. Now we're about to get into the juice and everything that really went down, the nitty-gritty. We're about to explain things that nobody really knows. So, February comes, and everyone has left SSH. Nobody wants to sign that contract. Everybody leaves him, and I'm the only one there, and Dariano's sometimes there. So, Fredo is like, bro, what are we going to do? And we come up with a plan to start live streaming. And because of the live streaming, we create a second channel, Fredo Live. Now, this channel, the concept was, we're starting from ground zero together, so we both will take earnings from this channel. Eventually, the channel gets monetized, money starts coming in. I have invested over $2,000 on that channel. And Fredo then sends a contract over that basically is a 40-60 deal, which I was actually okay with. 40%, we're both spending money on that channel. I get 40%, he gets 60%. In the contract, for some reason, is an exclusivity deal. Now, if you don't know what an exclusivity deal basically says, hey, if you're working with this person, you can't work with another person unless he tells you you can. Now, if you don't know, I'm an agency, not an employee, where we work with many other creators. So the second channel that barely uploads, he wants to put an exclusivity deal, which doesn't make any sense. So many issues start popping up that I don't want to sign this contract. So I go and tell Fredo, I don't want to sign this contract. We need to revise this, and this. He starts saying, I don't know anything about contracts. Like, don't worry about it. Okay, I'm like, okay, let's get your lawyer and let's try to fix this up. He's like, no. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I can't sign this contract. It's very bad. It's a bad contract. At this point, the channel has made almost $5,000. I've spent my own money over $2,000. It's been around 10 months. Guess how much I have been paid?
Zero. Surprise.
Now, if you ask Fredo, he's like, man, I have no money. I'm broke right now. I don't have money. Fredo, it's $5,000 this channel made, and I get 40% of it. Where is it at? Oh, I don't know. I don't have it right now. End of February occurs. The live stream isn't doing as well as he thought. Fredo is like, once again, yo, I don't know, man, what are we going to do? And I'm like, yo, Fredo, everyone has left. You're by yourself again. I saw this Ken and JC reality show. Imagine bringing it to the black community and creating opportunities for some young people who want to make content, who want to blow up, and creating a new SSH that is ready to grind, ready to go hard. And so we start working on the reality show. So April comes around, end of April. We've done the pre-production. We're about to start filming this show. Now, mind you, I am the producer of this show, meaning me and Fredo were on calls every day for 8 hours a day from end of February, all of March, all of April, and June. I don't want to physically be at that location where we do the film. The other thing I didn't want is we're together, we're sitting down, maybe like something happens and Fredo tries to peer pressure me into doing something. I really felt like that might happen, so I really wanted to step back and not go and do any of these things. Fredo starts almost like begging me to come. And the main reason why is because I was there doing the whole pre-production, so I know everything that's going to happen on the show. So he really wants me to go, but I don't want to go. Last day, Fredo books me a ticket. I eventually say, you know what's the worst that's going to happen? And I go. Now, I'm at a hotel. It's nighttime, midnight, 9 hours before we start filming. Fredo calls me, and he's like, hey, yo, you're not stepping a single inch into the reality house unless you sign that contract. I'm like, Fredo, what are you talking about? I didn't want to come here. Now you're trying to force a contract down my throat. And me and Fredo just start getting at it again. I'm starting to get like really weird vibes from him. He's a bad businessman. And he's not yelling, but he's been very forceful, trying to get me to sign a contract. Now I have no way back home. I'm 1,000 miles away from home. And he really wants me to sign this contract. And after like an hour of talking with him, I finally signed that contract. This is very similar to, once again, with the SSH. What he wanted to do was this. You can all get 20% of this new SSH channel, but I would get 15% of all your channels. He's just doing bad business, not clearly adding ego on here because I created the group. And this is where things start to get very messy with me and Fredo. Here's how things work. Usually with a YouTube video, it may take you 2 days to edit a regular YouTube video. I knew that it was going to take more than 2 days to edit a reality show because of how long it is, how much camera angles there are, all of that. And I also knew Fredo was already spending a lot of money on the reality show, and I didn't want him to spend too much. So I thought in my head, we can do that show. And I thought, okay, even though it takes 2 days, we can do it for the same price that it usually takes 2 days for 1 week, okay? Because I thought it was going to take 1 week to do 1 episode of a reality show. But no. It takes a lot more than that to do a reality show. It takes multiple editors to cut through down that footage, and then 1 or 2 editors to really hammer down and edit the actual show. And so there was just a lot going on there, and he eventually had to go and find another team. Here's where things got really bad. I was supposed to get a percentage deal of earnings from the reality show. But then right after filming, Fredo started talking about, oh, you're going to get paid a certain amount. I thought we were doing a percentage. He's like, no, we're not doing a percentage. We're going to do a certain amount. And then I'm like, okay, how much are you going to pay me? He's like, oh, man, I don't know. Like, there's a lot to think about, man. Like, you did a lot. So after that call, I searched it up, and we eventually agreed on $5,000 per month of work. But because we were editing the show, we weren't able to get that first episode out. He said, oh, even though you worked really hard, we're not going to pay you all that much. I was like, that's kind of, but okay, fair. But there's still 2 months of work that I was working really hard every day, stopping on everything I was doing to work on the show. So $5,000 per month for 2 months, just $10,000. So a couple of weeks goes by, maybe a month, and I'm contacting Fredo. Like, Fredo, hey, it's been a long time. Like, it's been a month. Okay, so like, when am I gonna get paid? He's like, oh man, I'm not sure. Like, I'm getting a brand deal. Then once that brand deal comes out, then I'll have enough funds to pay you. And then okay, I wait 2 weeks, and then I'm on a call with Fredo again. I say, hey, Fredo, what's going on? You got that brand deal? He's like, yeah, I got that brand deal. I'm like, okay, so you ready to pay me? He's like, oh man, I forgot exactly how much do I owe you? And I start to notice Fredo just really tries to not pay me. So the diss track happens, and then Fredo is like, bro, what am I gonna do next, man? Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know what you can do. He's like, what? You can do what Jake Paul did. So I said, Fredo, you should box. The thing's big enough right now. The hype is big enough where if you start calling out people, you can do this. And so we started getting on the list of who we can call out and all this, and we started playing around. And I started talking to him again about, I'm helping you out.
So you're doing all this
again every day with you, but I'm still not even getting paid.
Yeah.
And then you started hearing from his voice how guilty he was. And then at the end of it, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna pay you something. I'm gonna pay you at least $2,500 tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning happens. Nothing's in my account. I'm like, I'm messaging Fredo, what's going on? He's like, yeah, just wait for a while. I wait for a while, and $1,500 comes into account. I get paid, but not the exact amount he was literally gonna say he was gonna pay me. After that, I started realizing this guy actually doesn't really want to pay me, because he's telling me every time, I have a million issues going on right now. I don't have any money. I'm like, okay, tell me the problem. Tell me what's going on. And he was like, I don't cry. I don't tell people. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? That's how it was with him. And eventually, I sent one of my last messages to Fredo. Here's what it was. I told Fredo, I said, starting today, I won't mention anything that isn't related to what's owed. I also won't be getting on calls. Put your money where your mouth is. If I'm truly valued and cared about, then this supersedes everything else. And I started listing everything I'm owed. Producer of show, second channel earnings. So we get to the last one, and the remaining balance, $10,263. At Fredo,
damn, he gypped you.
Remember how I said that I thought this was all just happening to me? Because guess what? On that show, he paid the videographer, he paid the editors, he paid the people that came with the dogs, people that came with the snakes. He paid everybody but me. So I thought maybe this was just happening to me, and I didn't need to tell everybody about this. But then, people that were working with Fredo, right now, contestants, they came out, started telling me they were experiencing the same exact things. Fredo, like, what are you doing trying to sue these people? What are you doing lying to everybody? What are you doing still faking your videos when you talk about this? Fredo, I thought you changed. Now, here's my last message for Fredo. Fredo, you're either broke or you're lying. You're telling me you have no money. You're telling the contestants that are coming to live with you. You're telling them you have the money. If you are broke, how are you living in the penthouse? How are you getting courtside tickets to the Brooklyn Nets? Anyways, that's my last message. If you guys want to see a part 2 where
I do not want to see a part 2, but yeah, this is unfortunate. He does seem to have poor business practices, but yeah, maybe, he just can't afford it. But if you can't afford it, then stop doing all of this. He seems like he's trying to have, a lot of different things going on, a reality show. He's trying to, have a second channel and do all this other shit, but it doesn't seem like, a lot of this stuff is working out. So that sucks. Like I said, I remember, seeing him. I didn't watch him like that, but I did see his videos every now and then, and yeah, he was like really popular. So it's crazy how things have changed, but yeah, this sucks. Y'all let me know what y'all thought, though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.